everyone, it's Sharronda from Pay or Wait, and today I'm going to be reviewing The Passage Season 1, Episode 5, How You Gonna Outrun the End of the World, okay? So this past, maybe a week or two ago, I actually had the pleasure of attending the SCAD aTV festival, and so I had the chance to screen a couple of the episodes of shows such as The Passage, Manifest, New Amsterdam, and so much more, and I actually had the chance to interview the cast of The Passage while I was there, and so I'll be posting some of those interviews either late tonight or tomorrow morning before I head to work. But I wanted to go ahead and do an episode recap of one of the episodes that we had a chance to see. So basically, we see that Clark's boss actually arrives to the base, the director who's over this. He's with the Department of Defense, but he has an interest in the Project Noah projects, and so basically this can't be good for anyone. He says that he wants Brad and Amy basically separated from one another. He does not want them by her because he wants to actually interview Amy and see what she can do, what abilities that she basically has. So Brad was like, look, something ain't right. We gotta go ahead and get the heck up out of here. So I'm gonna go ahead and help us escape. So just stay on your toes. And then when I say the time is time, just go ahead and do what you got to do. So Dr. Lair actually tells Dr. Sykes that he's infected. We saw at the end of the other episode when basically, I forgot his name, but when he turned into a vampire, he decided to make the choice to live. After I had to listen to his heartbreaking story, I was so mad after I heard about that. I said, how you gonna do him like that? But basically, he had some blood on him, and after he like kills one of the people, the blood like splashes, and so he decides that he wants to quarantine himself. And he has a conversation with Dr. Sykes and basically tells her like, hey, if I'm infected, don't wait for me to go full-blown vampire. Just kill me right then and there. You know how to do it. Just promise me that you're going to do that. She was like, I promise I will be the one to do that. I was like, girl, no, you're not, but that's fine. So he says that he wants to do one thing, and so he goes to see his wife, who we know this was the whole reason why Dr. Lear wanted to do this project, why he brought in Dr. Fanny. He wanted to help find a cure to help his wife. So we see that she's kind of deteriorated more from when we initially saw her as they introduced her at the beginning of the pilot. And so he goes to quarantine, and then all of a sudden we see that Dr. Fanny all of a sudden decides that he wants to go ahead and talk to Dr. Lear. And it's crazy because I asked him a question about this. Was he going to talk to his friend? I was like, y'all could have told me that he was going to be in the next episode. But he visits him, and then we find out Dr. Fanny, you up here like trying to like mess with married women? That's what you're trying to do now? Oh no, you didn't. So basically he's tormenting Dr. Lear the entire episode, showing him how him and his wife grew closer. And basically they kind of have this moment. She feels neglected by her husband, Dr. Lear. He's not really being attentive to her or paying attention to her. And she actually never wanted him to kind of find this cure and set out on this journey. She just wanted to spend more time with her husband. And so we see that now that Dr. Fanning knows that she is actually in the same compound, he basically wants to try to find her, to connect with her. And we see that he starts to visit her in her thoughts as well. And so they kind of have this moment where Dr. Lear, Dr. Fanning kind of comes to a head where he was just like, dude, I know that you kissed my wife. Like, we had a whole conversation about this, and basically, you know, we worked through it because that's what people who are in love do. She didn't love you like that. She didn't want to be with you like that. You just caught her at a weak moment, and you were just preying on her because she couldn't get what she really wanted, which was her husband. I was like, but you should have been there for your wife. So I don't even know why you're trying to act like you getting crunked. So essentially, Dr. Fanny tells Dr. Lear, I'm going to get your wife one way or another. And what does this fool do? He basically uses the little security guy to basically break in to her room, give her the virus. And so now she's going to become one of them. And I was just like, you are cold-blooded. I can't stand you. You already kissed this married man's wife, and then you're going to basically rob her of her decision to choose what she wants to do. How dare you? Okay, and I was rooting for you because it was disrespectful how things happened to you, but I can't even mess with you no more because you up here trying to mess with married women, and I can't get down with that, okay? So, I'm sorry. I'm going to calm down just a little bit. So, we see that Dr. Sykes is kind of having second thoughts about this entire project. Dr. Pitt, who gets on my everlasting nerves sitting up here, always want to interrupt her, always being disrespectful, not really caring about none of these patients. So he basically has this discussion as the director is talking to them, and he tells them, hey, I want to weaponize these people. You've infected Amy. Can she read people's thoughts yet? You know, we see all this data on how she's excelling. We want to use her as a weapon. Dr. Sykes said, hell no, we ain't doing that. And then Dr. Pett was like, nah, we can do that. Don't worry about her. And I was like, excuse me, are you in charge or is Dr. Sykes in charge? Because last time I checked, she was in charge. But we saw Dr. Pett, karma always comes for you, because what happened? He's sitting up here trying to be all cute and make it seem like they can basically use their minds to control the virals to basically become these soldiers. And so we see that he kind of played into one of the viral's hands, because the viral made it seem like he had control of him. But then when Dr. Pett tried to actually show his boss what he had been able to accomplish, it didn't work. And then what happened? Dr. Pett get tricked by the viral. And then the viral basically is like, dude, I was like faking this the whole time. You done messed up. And he escapes. And now he on the loose. He done killed Dr. Pett. And I said, bye, good riddance. That's what you get for trying to be petty. It never works out for you. Karma always finds you, okay? So Dr. Sykes has decided, I ain't got nothing to do with none of this stuff no more. I'm going to go ahead and help Brad and Amy escape. So she talks to Brad. He's like, okay. She hides them in the little blood bank. So no one will see them, because there's a certain point in time where there's like no guards and they can make a break for it, okay? So, of course, Shannon basically rats them out to Clark, because she's still in his mind. And so he even lied to Dr. Sykes when she asked him, like, is she a part of your mind? Because you're supposed to kill her. You didn't even do that. So, like, what's been going on with you lately? And he lies to her. And so she tells him that Dr. Sykes is trying to help him escape. So then they find them, and then they fighting. They trying to run away. And then while they're running away, they actually end up running into the viral that's on the loose, because Amy could actually hear them. And so basically he's about to kill Brad. And I was like, no, Brad. Amy was like, no, Brad. That ain't what really happened, but that's like kind of what happened in my mind. But she ends up letting out this scream. I was like, ooh, girl, I should have warned me so I could turn my volume down. She screamed, and a little viral like go all the way back. And then basically like Brad looking at her, I'm looking at her, everybody else on the screen looking at her like, girl, how you do that? And then she just passed out and collapses into his arms. And so I think that's pretty much it. I'm trying to think, was there anything else? You know what? There's one moment that I do have to talk about. When Dr. Sykes got the director together and let him know, I run this project, and unless you have some note or something, last time I checked, the Department of Defense didn't run this project. So I do what I say that I'm going to do when I say I'm going to do it. And you're going to have to respect that and put some respect on my name. Okay? So yeah, I'm done. I just really had to give her a moment. I was like, yes, yes, yes. Tell them who you are. Tell them what your name is and what you do, okay? Thank you. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I like this episode. There's a lot that happened. As I said, I wanted to see the interaction between Dr. Lear, Dr. Fanning, then the whole bombshell with him kissing his wife. I'm just like, oh my gosh, this is too much sauce and too much tea right now for me to take. But I'm excited to see like where this is going. I'm excited to see as Amy kind of continues to grow her powers and to see what Dr. Fanning has planned for her. So those are pretty much my thoughts on The Passage season 1 episode 5. As always, my name is Sharronda from Pay Your Weights, and if you like what you saw today, make sure you hit the like button, hit subscribe, share this video with your friends, and make sure you hit the notification bell, and I will see you soon.